All right, this is Chaotic Crypto, where we defy tyranny. It is July 11th, 2023, and we're still holding above the 30,000 level in Bitcoin, which is pretty positive. Overall, looking on the weekly chart, it's pretty much a bull flag. And we're kind of at the point, I made a video yesterday. Are we going to BART down to probably around 25, 26, 27K? Or are we going to, is this bull flag going to play out and are we going to move up? I'm kind of thinking we're going to move up, but it's kind of a guess. You kind of have to really expect either one at this point. There's not a good way of knowing. It could take one little piece of news, positive or negative, to take us back either way. But in the interest of being a bull and thinking we're going to go up, I think we're going to go up. So like the automatic price target would be, being that it is a bull flag. So bull flags usually, they have a flagpole, it goes up, and then it'll pretty much repeat. Take it to right here-ish. So we're looking at 36K price target for the bull flag. My target's been 38 to 42 for a good while now. So that would make sense as well in that regard. And then let's look at some. We're going to look at the smaller time frames, see if any of those will tell us anything. This is the 4-hour chart, and this range is really just kind of grueling, kind of boring. Like we're definitely coiling up for a move one way or another. There's not much volume. It's kind of dwindling down on the volume side of things, as you can tell. The volume is decreasing as the price is looking kind of like it wants to go up, but a lot of times it'll shoot up and get rejected one more time, a little fake out, and then go something like that. It's just something to kind of watch out for. I've seen that happen quite a few times. But the Bart Simpson pattern is certainly in play. Let's look at the different Bitcoin chart here. This Bitcoin chart doesn't really. Yeah, this one's a little more cleaned up. But yeah, this is our resistance. We really want to break above 31.5, get to 32. I think we'll be looking at 34 to 36, 38. It could be a quick move. I think that's the price target I'm looking for. On the 4-hour, we're looking at 28K support on the 200. It's not really a good price level to really look at, to be honest. But on the daily, if we do BART down, the price target would probably be on 26, 27K. That'd be pretty ugly. I really hope we don't hopefully that doesn't happen. I want to say July and August. I want to see some positive momentum here. So we'll see what happens. So yeah, on the daily, stochastic RSI is reset. We're not oversold. We're not oversold in the regular RSI either. The 4 hours isn't telling us anything on the short term. Nothing's telling us much there. Look on the weekly. The weekly, we are getting a little bit of a cross down, but it hasn't actually crossed. And this weekly candle is still kind of trying to decide what it wants to do. So we can't really make any judgment call there. And zooming out, I know this is kind of messy, but I made this graph a while back, kind of calling bottoms. Each of these big volume spikes pretty much call the previous bottom of that cycle, or at least that a year or two. Then we had the 2018 right here. We had the flu thing, and then we had the China minor capitulation. That was a pretty big wick. And then we had a couple big wicks for Voyager and Celsius. Thank you very much to those CEOs. They've been making everyone's lives a living hell. Voyager, as a side note, has started to give out its money. If you have any money there, you can transfer your crypto off, or you can just wait for the USD value to clear, and I think they'll send you a check or they'll put it to your bank account or something like that. Celsius is still up in the air, and it doesn't look good, which just really pisses me off. But a year into that. Anyway, we've had our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction. There's no reason for us to really go any further down than we have. It's been a falling wedge. The actual price target of the falling wedge is back to 68, 69, 70K. Completely in, that is absolutely in play. I think we're pretty much done with our capitulations, but we could, being that we have had declining volume, we haven't had a whole lot of selling volume, we're kind of prepping for some kind of event, right? I mean, every time we hit these volume declines, what happens, right? Let's see. We're going to show you all these different volume climbs, declines. Now, this is an example of, you kind of hope that you break up, right? We're going to break up. Actually, we kind of just went sideways and then broke down. Now, it's just saying that just because we're going sideways doesn't mean we're going to keep going up. It's possible that we do get a big volume spike down back to 20K, even 23K. I've been still looking 23 to 25K to fill in what I've been talking about, the VPVR support in this area, 23 to 25K. There's just not a lot. There's just not a lot of buying that occurred here, and I'd like that to be filled, even down to 20. And there is a CME gap at 20, so just something to look at. And then the fact that BlackRock, the CEO, has been doing this press tour, like, are they trying to get everyone hyped so they can pull the rug again and get some cheaper crypto? It's something to think about. If we don't get a July, like a little bit more bullish activity, July, like might get more sideways or down. Like it's kind of getting to crunch time. A lot of people are talking about that. It's crunch time. Bulls need to make a decision. I've been seeing that a lot. I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, to be honest. But a lot of times, the majority of the time, if you look, we get these declining volumes. They tend to kind of go up. I mean, a lot of the times, unless you're in a bear market, we're no longer in this kind of a bear market. We might be in a sideways accumulation sort of zone, but I think ultimately we were kind of just starting our bull market, even if we do get a breakdown. I'm not too worried about it either way. But, okay, so of all these different, let's see if I can get them. Yeah, something like that. Okay, got this declining volume here. Got a big rise up. Got this declining volume here. We got the sideways and a down. That's our one red bear move. Okay, we got another decline. Got a bull move. Got another decline. Got we kind of got a bear move. Then we got a decline, bull move. Then I guess I'm going to try to do... Yeah, I mean, it's kind of 50-50. Being that we didn't really get a good, declining volume kind of thing here. Actually, kind of got more of an inverse of that, didn't we? Very interesting. And this bear market's been different. They are all a little bit different, but at the same time, we're basically going to be getting some kind of a move. It's almost for sure. So, something to think about, something to look at. All right, take a look at a few other things. The credit bubbles, they were really green earlier. On the daily, we got a compound token that's a decentralized protocol, kind of like Aave, I believe. And I think decentralized finance, DeFi, I think is going to make a pretty big comeback here pretty soon. Render, that's a AI sort of token, a GPU mining. Not GPU mining, I think it's some kind of like shared ability to be able to render graphics and stuff like that in a decentralized way, which is kind of a cool thing. But it's interesting that we're getting... Yeah, so we have, and we also had Polygon make some moves. Solana made some moves. So we might be getting something like a DeFi season coming up. And that would be something that would cause the next bull kind of a leg before maybe we get another correction down to 30 or something like that, or even 23 to 25, like I've been saying. Not trying to be bearish. It's just that it is what it is. And I've seen how these things play out. even if we do get a big rally, you have to understand it's going to pull back. So, all right, what else do we have? Nothing there. Thought I'd reset that. Yeah, open interest has started to come back up. No real indicators there. Fear and greed is at 57, kind of still mid ground. No indicators there. Okay, Binance regarding Bitcoin cash reserve ended. XRP, the forefront of CBDC explorations by the government. Just in official portal opened by FTX for creditors to submit claims. So maybe people will be starting to get some money back from FTX in the next 6 months to a year. Not sure how long that's going to last. Took a year for Voyager to start getting anything, and Celsius still hasn't had anything, so can't expect anything probably for about a year, 6 months at least. Vitalik Buterin, he is the founder of Ethereum. He linked a wallet invested in 2013. OKX, is this a bearish signal? Probably not. Bitcoin death count in 2023. How many times can Bitcoin be killed? That's just kind of a meme. How many times do people talk about this whole industry is dead? And they call it the most popular one is they call it the tulip bulb bubble. The tulip bulb bubble, I think, only lasted a few years. And that's just like when Europe went crazy about tulip bulbs and people were like selling their houses and their property. And I think basically the whole thing is you get a tulip bulb and you propose to your wife or you give it to your girlfriend as like this big status symbol if you can do it. And it's very interesting. It happened in Sweden, like the maybe 1400s, 1600s. But everyone's like tries to compare Bitcoin to that or Beanie Babies. It's just a joke. It's not. It's been around for 15 years. I mean, it's been around for a while. So 14, 15 years. It's not going to go anywhere. It's here. So what else we got here? Shiba Inu. I would definitely be leaving. Not financial advice, but I would definitely be leaving the meme coins alone. That narrative's over with, at least for a while. Dogecoin might move because of Tesla, Elon Musk. It'll run kind of similar to Bitcoin sometimes because it is somewhat of a similar. I don't want to say it's a similar hash and algorithm and all that, but I know Litecoin. There are mining machines that mine Litecoin and Dogecoin because they're so similar. So something is definitely to that. I think there's some kind of use case. Maybe I don't really know. I'm not a meme coin guy. I don't like it. I like fundamentals. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Link, Cardano, Layer Ones, Atom. The big hype. Like I've said this before, but like the coins you really want to like pay attention to are the ones that you're hearing probably the most from like me, or like maybe follow a few other people like Crypto Zombie, Altcoin Daily. There's BitBoy Crypto. There's Banter, Crypto Banter. There's like a bunch of people and the ones I'm hearing a lot about. You're hearing HBAR, you're hearing Quant, you're hearing Render. Those are the ones that I've kind of been looking. I mean, I've been stacking, but there's the ones that like really trying to be more on top of, really trying to get better positions built. And during the bear markets, when you do it, you build the foundation on the low, and then as prices start going up and getting better value and use case, you start taking some profits, and then wait for the big tamale bull market, and then hopefully you're doing pretty well. But just like, what's the next narrative going to be? We don't have the next narrative. It was AI, meme coins a little bit. What's the next narrative going to be? I was going to look at the market. Okay, looking at the market, getting a little bit of a bearish price signal. Nothing really that crazy. I do like this indicator. This is on Token Metrics. It's free to sign up, just for a basic account. It doesn't really tell you a whole lot, but it's a good account just to kind of see what's going on. So basically, short term, it's kind of equal. Bearish sentiments 39%, kind of equal in there. But the bull and bear indicator, I like this because it's kind of, I feel like this is a lot more accurate in comparison to the crypto fear and greed index here. I just think this is a little bit just dated. They need to redo this system. I think that's where we are right there. But I think this makes more sense. 27% bull bear ratio makes a lot more sense to me as far as just the general sentiment of the market. And yeah, still in Bitcoin season. We're probably about to start ripping up with the altcoins. Starting to convert some of my Bitcoin and stuff like that into stuff like XRP. If you can get XRP, you can't really buy it as a U.S. citizen. VPNs are something you could look into. There might be a couple exchanges where Americans can, but it's pretty ridiculous. I wonder who's stacking it. Let's see what else we got. Verge. That thing got completely screwed for a while. I wouldn't even look at that. Kava is one I've kind of been looking at. I don't know a whole lot about it. I think it's a DeFi protocol. Also, please hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Any suggestions? I would absolutely appreciate it. I wanted to also say subscribe to my Twitter, DeFi Tyranny, Davey C. Yeah, it's just me as old Chris Farley. Anyway, there was one thing I wanted to look at, and just kind of look at the strategy here. You're looking at these cryptos. I try to think myself as, what if I had just got into the crypto industry? What did I do? What did I do last time? I really, every paycheck, I'd buy a little bit of Bitcoin, buy a little bit of Ethereum. I'd buy some Litecoin. This is what I was doing. I'm not saying I would do this now. If you're just getting in, you probably do want to start with just Bitcoin and Ethereum, to be 100% honest. And I think Ethereum is going to start ripping soon. But until you realize what these other coins are, you could be like, I'm just going to buy the top 20 coins. You could look at it like that, but the problem there is if you don't know what Tether is just the dollar, and it's a kind of like a DeFi dollar, and you don't really know what it is. USDC coin, that's just the dollar, so there's no point in holding that. Though you are getting 4%, 3 to 4% on like Coinbase and stuff like that. That's a great return on your dollar. That's legit. Lido Stake, I don't even know what that is. Cardano is like one of my it's like my freedom fighting coin. Like, I just believe in Charles Hoskinson. I love what he says, love what he does. He's all about decentralization and bringing power back to the people and democracy to the world, right? So I'm liking it. Dogecoin is Dogecoin. We're just talking about that. It's basically Elon Musk's Twitter coin. You call it like that. And then there's always rumors they're going to make this kind of like the coin that you could tip on, maybe like through Twitter. If you like a tweet and you need tip with Dogecoin. I think I heard some kind of thing like that. Solana, I think, actually is like the Ethereum of the next of this coming bull market, and I think it could 10 or 20x. Solana may be like number 3 or 4, 5. BNB token will probably not be on the top 4 for very long. Just with Binance kind of probably losing a little bit of its dominance, and then there's all the FUD, and it's just like exchange tokens. It's already made its moves. I had some of this at like 50 or 100 of them at $5. Wish I'd held on to them. But if you're going to look at exchange tokens, I would look more at like KuCoin or CRO token. That's the Crypto.com token. I wouldn't look at Litecoin. Is kind of like, I don't think it's going to make any real crazy moves on the long term, but in the short term, the next couple months, as it's having coming up, it might hit $125, $150. You might get like a 25 to 50% return on that. As far as the use case, I mean, it was used back in 2017 when Bitcoin got really clogged and slow, and people were looking at Litecoin as kind of being the silver to Bitcoin, and it was faster and you could do more with it. And some exchanges are actually based on it. Crypto Bridge was one exchange I was using, and it completely went kaput. So I just don't know. There's a Litecoin Foundation. You can follow them. I don't think they really do much. I don't know. I held a bunch on Celsius, and apparently they're liquidating everything into Ethereum and Bitcoin. I don't know if I'm going to really get back into Litecoin. I have some other bags of it too, but it's not what I'm stacking, right? Tron is used as, I think, sort of used in some of the settlement layers on Tether and stuff like that. So I think Tron will probably stick around. But am I stacking it? I have some, but I don't really know if I should stack it or not. Just don't know what to think of it. Polygon Matic has a lot of partnerships. It assists Ethereum and it's scaling, and it does some cool things. Polkadot's great because you can stake it for 10 to 12% on multiple platforms. And that's a crazy good return. So I stack a little bit of that. Bitcoin Cash, I think, is trash. But apparently the big ETFs and the big companies are starting to stack it. And it's probably safe, but I'm not looking. I did some analysis on this on a few videos ago, and I think I just don't see it, doing much more than a 2 to 5x. Like, why hold that when you could do the same with Bitcoin and be safer? Ethereum, I think it's on 10x. Ethereum, I was looking at 9 to 10, 12K, possibly 20 if it repeats kind of like what, Bitcoin did that one cycle back in 2017. AVAX, I don't like it because I've just heard about their founders. Route to Bitcoin is basically Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain. I think it's just a higher risky way of holding Bitcoin. I wouldn't do it. Shiba Inu is trash. It might stick around for a while, but I think it's probably just going to dwindle down. DAI is basically just a US dollar stable coin. It's another dollar coin, and I think it's sort of an algorithmic sort of thing. Binance, USD, same thing. It's like a lot of these are stable coins. These stable coins are going to fall down the list as the market starts heating up. Uniswap is one of the main decentralized exchanges, and that's one of the exchange tokens. I think that's solid. Uniswap is one I like. Leo token I don't know anything about. Chainlink is extremely undervalued, number 23. It'll probably be a top 10. Yeah, probably a permanent top 10 in the next bull market. I mean, this thing is just extremely undervalued. Monero, probably the number one privacy coin. It can't be hacked, and it's just amazing. Really, I think it's one of the beautiful ones. Cosmos Atom, I talk about this one. You can get 18 to 22% on this thing. Stellar is basically XRP. It just runs with it. You could hold both if you want. You can kind of ladder them together. Ethereum Classic. This one is interesting in the way that this is interesting only because this is, I say, when Ethereum was first created by Vitalik Buterin, the chain failed. Something got hacked. I forget exactly what happened. The chain failed, and they had to fork it almost like immediately. And then they created just regular Ethereum. They called this Ethereum Classic. Now, Ethereum Classic is what the Ethereum miners are still mining right now. And the problem with Ethereum at the moment is that it's proof of stake and it's more centralized. And it's just not proof of work anymore. So I wonder if Ethereum Classic is going to be some kind of it may have a move here. Like, I think it might, it might break its all-time highs and become an Ethereum proof of work sort of mechanism here that people will like because it's more decentralized. So there's going to be a narrative to it, especially as Ethereum kind of becomes too expensive. I can see Ethereum Classic being a move, basically. It's one of the higher risker ones. Ton Coin's probably trash. I don't like the name, don't like the graphic. I don't know what it does, really. I could be completely wrong. OKB, I don't know anything about that, really. Now, Filecoin is a gem. This thing has got some crazy potential. Internet computer, I think a lot of people are just trying to pump this thing up so they can get their money back because it got completely destroyed last bear market. The Kronos is the one I was talking about, the Crypto.com token. This is the Ethereum Classic chart. Filecoin is just amazing in the way that its high was almost $200, and it's a storage, I think it's storage, blockchain, a data preservation. It's it's extremely important. It's a very, very important blockchain, and I think honestly, it's one of the ones I really like. It's really, really like it. But like, if you buy it right now, so a 10x is $40, 20x is $80. A 40x gets you about to where the all-time high was. And this could be a 100x coin. So, every $10 would be $1,000. It's $100,000 would be right. I mean, $100,000. So that's one to look at for absolute sure. Absolutely, that's one. There's also another one, a storage coin, Storage A. So if you wanted to kind of have like a storage portfolio between those two, I think would be kind of smart. And I think that's important. Like, have multiple portfolios of a portfolio with different, like 2 or 3 coins of each type, like metaverse, storage, privacy. I said Monero earlier, but another privacy one is Zcash. Dash was trying to do something, but it doesn't seem to be catching fire. I really don't know what to do with my Dash. I want to keep it, but I don't know if I should. I don't know. And Hedera and Kronos, Quant. These VE chain, I think, has a lot of potential. Near Protocol has a ton of potential. That's like a 20x graph. Oh yeah. I'll go to 50. Block stacks for sure. Don't know about this one. Don't know about that one too much. Aave, solid. Arbitrum. I wish I got on that airdrop. Algorand. God, this thing is getting nailed. Keep on buying it, though. Keep on buying it. I'm not going to stop buying it. Go to 1 cent, I'm going to buy it. I don't know why it's getting so creamed. Gary Gensler talking about, I would have thought that would have made it kind of a thing. Anyway, just wanted to go down the list, kind of give you a lot of little ad libs of what I think and know about these projects. But I think that's going to be it for me today. There wasn't a whole lot of news that I heard, but we'll check back in tomorrow, hopefully, and see what's happening. But hang in there, HODL. Keep checking my stuff out, and appreciate y'all. All right, peace.